So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. So, today we are learning goal planning. So, this is not the last, but I feel is the starting point. So, up until now, we have learned how to organize our financial information and how to do the money management and what is all type of assets are there. What is the difference of use asset, investment assets? What is the difference in savings, investments? And then we have learned the fixed income, we have seen equity, we have seen mutual fund. What is actually mutual fund? What is the structure? And I would like all of you, if you have not seen that video of that session, you have not taken up structure of mutual fund, please go through that. It may be little boring, but it actually tells you how this whole system works. Because most of the time we are more concerned about the fund, the return, this and that, but that session gives you the clarity about exactly how mutual funds are structured and how safe your money is. So when you go through that, you will get the clear understanding of mutual fund as a product, as a system. So if you have not seen it, just watch it. It may be little complicated, feeling little complicated, but you will get a fair idea how safe is your money, because now a lot of us are doing investment in mutual funds. So you should know what kind of a product it is and how your money getting placed over it. And then we keep learning about types of mutual fund. What is large cap, mid cap, small cap, multi cap, flexi cap? What are hybrid funds? What are debt funds? And then we last session we covered about the gold funds. So gold ETF. And once again, I will repeat about this gold funds. So gold, whenever you are doing digitally, because now there everyone talks about digital gold. So there is a different. So gold is physical. Everyone knows you are going to a shop, you are getting physical something. And digital gold, we feel like anything that is not physical and we feel it is in our account, that is digital gold. In one way, that is right. But whenever you are buying the digital gold, it need to be through the regulatory system. So in India now, every other app you will find they are selling digital gold. And let me tell you, it is not safe. So only the gold that you buy through ETF or mutual fund, that is the safe investment, digital investment in gold. If you are buying through any other app, Amazon, Zomato, Swiggy, Titan, this jeweler, that jeweler, your money is not regulated. It is up to that person, that jeweler, that company, whether you will receive your money or not. But when you are investing through mutual fund or ETF, there is a regulator, there is a whole system of trust. So your money is always protected. So that is a big, big difference. So all digital gold is not same. If you know anyone who is doing digital gold investment, be very mindful when you say about digital gold, because now every gold that is not physical seems digital gold and you feel it is all same. It is all not same. Only the ETF or mutual fund that you are buying is the safe, because it is through the trust system, and it has the regulatory oversight. Other than that, if you are buying through Amazon, Paytm, or Swiggy, Zomato, up until these companies are there, your money is there. Beyond that, we can't say, because there is no regulatory oversight over these companies. Yes, Akanksha.
Yeah, Shweta. So, these days, whenever we visit any of these branded stores for gold shopping, like Reliance or Kalyan or any, so they always try to sell one scheme where you invest this much every month, and then at the 11th month, nowadays they are saying that at the 11th month, we will forcefully send you a gold coin,
Hmm.
and otherwise you can convert that money into gold, like you can buy gold later at a lesser rate, and then there are some no making charges, these kind of offers. So are these offers worth investing, or they are also not good?
So first thing, nobody puts their money into your investment. So if anybody is promising, I'll give you, and most of the jewelers give this thing. It's very common. You invest for 11 month, 12th month, your EMI is free. It's on us.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Now they are saying that 11th month we will send you a gold coin, because some people don't come back and buy anything, even if the that EMI is getting deducted. So say you are paying some any amount, okay, 10,000 per month. So they say at the 11th month, when you have already invested the amount for a gold coin, we will send you a gold coin, is what they're
Yes.
saying.
So they will
And
send. So the thing is, these are not regulatory oversight. Let's say you are investing through Kalyan Jewelers. So 11
Mhm.
month you are investing, 12th month they will send you a gold coin. So the question is not they are right or wrong. But the moment if something happens to Kalyan Jewelers, generally we
Mhm.
feel na nothing will happen to these companies, but
Big
anything can
companies.
happen to any company. So they are not
Mhm.
as such completely ours, like Gitanjali case happened. Some cases can happen. So the moment
Mhm.
anything happens to this jeweler become bankrupt or this jeweler does some fraud. So up until then, your money is safe. If they are not doing any fraud, they are operating whatever they are saying, they will,
Mhm.
because they are the big jeweler, they have built the brand, they will be following what they are saying. So you are not at a
Mhm.
default ki, okay, someone just like that on the street you find and you are trading with them. They have built the brand and they have the capital. But in future,
Mhm.
something happens to them, someone does the fraud or something happens, the like we have seen few cases that has
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
if
That
that
that is
happens,
always possible with any
so if
business.
that happens, your money is gone.
Hmm. Right,
You can't recover that money. But in mutual
right.
fund, when you are investing, your money is not with any person. It is with a trust. And trust is completely protected, structured. So
Mhm.
even if there also, let's say someone, let's say and you are investing, let's say in UTI gold, something happens to UTI, still your money is safe because that is a trust structure. UTI is just managing it. If something happens, UTI closes tomorrow, still you will get your money back.
Hmm. Correct.
That is
Mm-hmm.
the difference.
Yeah, that is the difference. Yes.
And
So
even
there
like
we
when
have
you are,
regulation.
so even if when you have to invest, why to take that risk?
Correct.
And second thing, when they say 11 month, you invest 12th month, I will do. So now there is one
Mm-hmm.
more app, Gullak. Gullak. Whenever you are buying gold, they do some extra investment on your behalf in gold. And lot of youngsters are getting into that app, into that
Attracted to
site,
it. Mm-hmm.
because they are feeling, okay, I am buying 10 gram, 1 gram, I'm getting free. So
Mm-hmm.
to be true, nobody in the world can give you extra gold on the amount that you are paying. Nobody
Correct.
can give
Mm.
it. Even if they are giving now, maybe you are building something where maybe you get your money back, someone else will not get. Or maybe you are the one who will has to suffer with all the money. Because these companies can't survive for long. If you see their structure, there is a fault in their structure. Matlab, how
Mm.
can someone will pay from their pocket? They are not charging you anything. Maybe today they are
Correct.
pumping the investment from investor money, they send that. But to be true, how they will sustain, that is not a business model. So ultimately,
Correct.
some point in time, they are either going to be in a regulatory mess or maybe they will do the fraud, they will run away because that model is not sustainable. Nobody can pay from their pocket. They
Mm.
are not earning from you anything.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, if something you're getting free, then you are the product. This
Yes,
is what
and
they
more
say.
than that, it is dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Got it.
mm. And second thing, one thing was this. Second thing about the jeweler thing. So what they don't do any fraud kind of a thing. It's not like they are making it up. They will do something. What they do is they put certain condition ki 11 month you do investment, 12 month from our side we'll put, and then you buy some jewelry. Generally they say ki you can buy anything from our shop. So first thing
Mm-hmm.
is your money is restricted to that jeweler.
Judge shop. Huh.
Okay, so that sometime it's fine for us. Okay, ठीक है, I'm buying with Kalyan, Titan. They already have lot of options, so it's not like I'm stuck. So it's okay if I'm 11-month investing, they are investing one more installment. I'm okay with it. Okay,
Hmm.
so here the thing that you need to understand is even those jewelers are not doing gold investment on your behalf. What they
Mm-hmm.
are doing generally, they do have a very high making charges.
Hmm.
So kind of that amount they are reducing their making charges in your product. You are not getting
Hmm.
any extra gold from them.
So basically, you are saying that investing with these regulatory mutual funds is the safest, even compared
Yes.
to the shops. I mean,
Yes.
these brands.
Yes.
Yes, got
So
it.
actually, but these brands have built that much repo and all, no? And As a woman, when you don't know all these things, everything feels scary. You don't want to go
Mm.
any other person to take advice, then it feels logical, okay. And more than that, you feel, oh, I'm gaining something, or I'll get some jewelry or something,
Yeah, a
anything.
coin or something.
Ah,
But we have to see also, right, how much physical gold we need in future. See,
yes.
our daughter-in-laws are going to be these alpha women. How much they jewelry they want. They don't want heavy jewelry, right? Going
Yes.
forward, maybe they want our savings in a different form. So yeah, I mean, with the mutual fund, we can reutilize that money in any other thing also. We are not
Yes,
restricted to
definitely.
buy gold only.
Yes. And the main thing is, no, you need to understand nobody is putting money from their side. Even if they are saying that is majorly the coverage of the making charges. And even full making charges will also not be getting covered because that is only their income. Gold, so
Yeah.
anyway, they have to pay.
Correct, correct. Yes.
So that is a
Good.
part of making charges you are getting discount on.
Okay. So there is no need to, invest in those schemes. We can
Yes.
stick to mutual funds
Yeah,
alone.
that is better actually. So
Okay.
those scheme works when you don't know anyone. Like in locals also we do all these things. Many of the jewelers do because they also get some client, okay, who is ultimately they will buy something from you, right? So it's more dangerous with the small jewelers when they do multiple time, and lot of time what happens now, let's say now the gold has done the rally quite a lot. So some point in time they may be thinking gold will come down, then I'll buy, and they may be incurring the losses.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, who will pay for those losses?
But do we see it coming down? Some crash happened, like, right? Last week, or it came down and then.
So, gold and silver, we can't say anything. So, it's a general thing. A silver is more riskier than gold. Gold is still a reserve currency for many countries. So, that is the only value the gold has. In India, okay, we are wearing it for tradition and all those stuff, that is fine. But the gold, the value, why it is increasing is because of the instability in dollar. People are seeing it now as an another reserve currency kind of a thing. So people like Russia, China, they are holding it in a big amount. That is why it is increasing. So the moment they find some other currency, gold may crash like anything. Or maybe if they keep on holding this and they really want to create something based on gold, it may increase further. We don't know. Because gold and silver, gold is not a productive asset. Its value is derived from how the currency, geopolitical things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Its value is not derived from how much gold I have or how much I'm having, not having. It is derived by whatever is happening all over the world. And nobody knows how it will happen, not happen. So there is some prediction that also says when Bitcoin or the digital currencies will come, gold's value will become zero. Nobody would like to have physical thing. If
Mm-hmm.
let's say we are moving towards the digital currencies, some people even say that gold will become zero, then there is no value of zero. Now the gold's value is because the all like all countries central bank is holding the gold as a reserve currency. If they devalue it, then it is just an any other metal when it has no value. Some industrial value will be there, but not like how it is today.
Okay. So is it not good to invest in gold as of now?
So you can invest in a gold, but make it a certain proportion. It should not be like okay, now gold is increasing, let me put all the money in
All the
gold.
money in the gold. Okay.
So up to
Mm.
10%, 15%, it's fine. So whatever is the wealth you are having, up 10% to 15%, you can keep investing as a diversifier. But
Hmm.
don't put all the money in gold. Ki, okay, gold is something that will become like this. I'll become rich. It is not risky. It's not like that. It is also risky. Riskier
Mm-hmm.
than even I will feel than stocks, because stocks are something, they are the businesses. Like you are in a company, you are maybe having your business or you are in a job. So something they are doing, they are creating the asset, they are creating the revenue, they are generating
Hmm.
the revenue, and that is why their value
Yeah,
is
and
increasing.
they usually don't shut down overnight. They
Yes,
even in the loss situation, even if there's some companies going through loss, they will try to have a mitigation plan to mitigate the loss and then
yes.
roll the profit back. But yeah, that is true. What you said, I
Because
think about
stocks
that.
are not that risky. We feel it is risky. It is, stocks are generally the businesses, and businesses, as a business owner, you will do everything to keep your business survive.
Alive. Hmm.
Yes. And yes, that is true. Not all the business will survive. Some businesses will fail.
Right.
but still that proportion is less. Like now
Hmm.
we are not investing in the startups, we are investing in the top 100, top 200, top 500 companies, and these are the big corporations. The ones who are
Hmm.
handling them are already at some levels, having some great business acumen, strategies and all. These are not the person like Shweta, Kancha, Niranjana. We are just starting it out, we don't know anything, right? So these are the big businesses, but still there is a chance case some of the other business can shut down. We can't be, because the business means risk. You can't be 100% sure.
Hmm.
So that is why when you are investing through mutual fund, your risk is getting diversified. In mutual fund also, let's say one company shut down completely, two companies shut down completely. The exposure is only 5%, 10%. Your money will go down only by 5, 10%. Your money will never become zero. So let's say if you have invested in one stock.
Huh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
So yeah, if you have invested in one stock and that company shuts down, your whole money is gone. In mutual fund, if one the same company goes down, your value will go only by 5%, 2%,
Hmm.
5%, or 10%
But
maximum.
overall, you might stay in profit. Like if you see your net investment and the net return,
Yeah.
is what
So
you're
I'm not
saying.
saying return, that is again very subjective thing कि how it will happen. I'm just saying like if a company even closes down completely, if you have
Hmm.
invested in that stock, your money is 100% gone. If you have
Hmm.
invested in mutual fund, your money will be gone only by 2%, 5%,
Hmm.
maximum
Because you have
10%.
invested only a portion of that
Yes.
of our money into that.
Yeah. So at
Okay.
minimum in any mutual fund, 30 companies will be there.
Hmm. Okay.
Sometimes when the mutual fund becomes very huge, sometimes they invest up to 100 companies also.
Hmm. Okay. You can continue with your topic.
Yes.
I have some other questions. Maybe I will take up later. I don't want to.
No, no, it's
I
okay.
mean,
You can ask. No worries.
barge into your already planned agenda.
No, actually, what happens? No, with these questions, people get more insights. When you ask question, no, so sessions generally happen like this. But when somebody asks question, I can also share something other than this, and that may be the question in others' mind also. So I love when people ask question. That is where I feel you get more clarity, and also I get to know where you are feeling the confusion. So whatever is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can share. If anything else you want to ask, you can share.
Yeah, I wanted to ask two things.
Hmm.
One is this what happens when we invest in this stock market directly? Like
Okay.
there's a option. What is FNO?
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not clear on that. Some FNO is there, right? When you
Yeah, so
directly
FNO we'll talk
and
sometime later.
Nifty
Hmm.
and Nifty and Nifty 50 and stock, these terms, right? I have a very blurred understanding of all these things.
Okay, so these thing terms I have covered under the equity segment, equity session that I
Okay.
have taken. No, so
Then I'll
stock,
go back and listen to that and come
yes.
back to you.
So
Yeah.
just to clarify, stocks are nothing but the businesses. When you see TCS stock, it is a TCS business. When you see Reliance stock, this is the Reliance business. Nifty 50 is nothing but 50 listed companies index, how they
Yeah.
are
So
behaving. Yes.
is it like safe to invest only Nifty 50, like with the top 50 companies, and then you are safe? Some people talk like that, okay, to be safe, just invest in Nifty 50.
Yeah, so when you don't know anything, so index funds are the safest fund. So when you don't know anything, at least you can invest in the Nifty 50, you can invest in Sensex. It really makes a good sense. When you don't know and you want to start investing, so that is the best option rather than, because again when you have to search, there are 440 plus category, 4,000 plus funds. If what if you
Yeah.
choose the wrong fund? So that is easiest way to invest in Nifty 50, Nifty Next 50, Nifty Small Cap. So these are the index fund. So it is best when you don't have that much knowledge and when you can't do the research and everything. So that is one of the best strategy to start with. Invest directly in Nifty 50, Nifty Next 50, Nifty Small Cap. These are the indexes.
But why? I mean, now we have you, so we don't have to think.
Yeah. So
You will
I'll
do
also
it.
cover one session on this index part. That is actually good. So you will also be getting idea about how, and also I will be comparing about when you invest in index fund, what happens, and when you are doing in the active fund, what happens. So that will also give a clear idea. So one session I'll do like that. Maybe the next session I'll cover that.
Okay, sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can continue.
Yeah. So now, coming to from random investing to goal based wealth design. So that I called is many a times, and I feel all of us do the investment. When the money is very few of us keep the money in the savings account. Some of us will do in FD, some of us will choose post office, some of us will do in gold, some of us will do in land, some of us will buy flat, some or the other thing we'll do, because nobody likes the money to be idle and they try on their own doing something, and everyone wants their money to be growing. Is it right? All of us wants, and we try our best to
True.
do it. Yes.
Hmm.
But here the difference is, whenever the money is coming, we are doing the investment, and I feel everyone does, the most of us do the investment. 95% of the people will do. Only 5% people I feel who are too scared, they will even not put the money in FD, they don't do investing. But rest 90-95% of the people want their money to grow. They want their money also to work for them in some or the other way, right?
Yeah, true. That is right. And some people who are scared, they will just go for the safe options. I mean, they will think that okay, even if the return is less, my money is safe,
Yes.
and that's how that's how most of our older generations have been thinking.
Yeah,
And
even we
because
also
that time
do
these
to
things
some
were not
extent.
there. We
Hmm.
also think to some extent, right?
Yes.
That's why we don't want to invest. We
Hmm.
want to diversify
Yeah.
so that not we don't get to need to
So
get
our
confused.
generation, I feel, is the mix, because we have
Mix.
come from that conditioning. We also want the safe thing, but somewhere
Hmm.
we also know now the inflation, the lifestyle has become such. We really need our money to work for us. So we are also open to some extent to take some more risk. Earlier generation was not open for risk, so we, our one leg is in the protection zone,
Yeah,
and one leg, one head, we want to be growing our wealth, do something that can create actually the meaningful wealth for us. So we know
correct.
something, because lot of time we also see reels, this and that, here from here and there, lot of information is there,
Hmm.
and we know something is there, but very few of us still comes to the advisor or to the person to get exactly the clarity. Okay, how should it be done? So that is the one major thing that is missing in our generation. So people like me who are trying to do it, maybe will fill this gap. Next generation, I really feel a lot of people say that Gen Z is DIY, they don't want to come, but I am seeing the opposite. They are trusting the advisor easily from the very
Mhm.
beginning. They are coming, they are asking for help. Even the people, like most of my Gen Z's are like IIT IIM person, and they are very easy to handle, and they say, oh, you handle my money.
Hmm.
They don't want to try to put everything, okay,
To
I have to
understand
do, I have to
everything,
do.
yeah. They don't, I think, listen to so much to their older generation and parents. They don't want to discuss with them. What happens? We will discuss with our boomer generation. So some inputs will come from them. Some inputs will come from reels, and we will be, in between of playing safe and taking risk.
Yes.
And we want to, we will be sometimes not knowing what to do, what is right. So what I have seen is, even now when some people are trusting you as an advisor, they might be taking advices from elsewhere as well. It could be online, it could be their parents, which I would suggest is not a good idea. Because if you go with an advisor, you should go only with that advisor.
So I have not
Otherwise, you will be get confused
I have not
for
faced
some
any
time.
such thing. So maybe as a human being, we also test something or the other. Okay, what's happening, and I'm okay with it. They should
Yeah.
also do their research, and I feel it's good to be
Yes,
updated,
yes.
whatever. Because some person, because until you know something, you can't even trust the person, right? So you need to know something. But what I really like about this generation is that they are coming to help our generation. Even like a lot of friends I have, we are too much hesitant to ask for help. The new generation, they are very easy to ask for help. That is the difference I am seeing, and I feel this is a good change.
Less ego barriers they have. Maybe they have they are,
Huh.
not into that
Or maybe the
conditioning.
smaller base that I am getting is like that. So yeah, even I have to see more on it. So here, as we all are doing the investment, but some of us is actually doing in a right way. So what I mean is a right way is First, know why you are doing the investment. What is the purpose behind your investment? So that is what I call is a goal-based planning. So investing without goal creates confusion. So I'll just give a small example to make it more clear. So let's say you want to go on a vacation. Okay, so you went to a travel agent and you say just say, "Okay, I want to go on a vacation." So just make sure I have the wonderful vacation. So how the even if how much experience that travel agent is, can he really help? You just say, "Okay, I want to go on a vacation." So how does he know? Okay, what you like? Is it mountains? Is it beaches? Is it foreign destination? And what is your budget? Are you looking for a solo trip, or you want to go with your couple as a couple, or you want to go with as a family? Your parents are also there. How many days you want? So until they know anything, or even when you are going on your vacation, you don't know like what kind of a vacation you want, how you can plan that. So when even so even and I feel sometime for a vacation we put so much head, so much thinking. Okay, how should it be done? Which hotel should we stay? What dresses should I wear? We don't even put that much effort to plan our life goals. Okay, for what I will need the money. So do I need a house? Do I need a land? Do I need for my financial freedom? How much do I need and how I look at it? So for me now, the main idea is for you to know how much money you need for what you need. So like we plan our vacation, let's plan our life goals for what you feel you need money. And lot of time we feel I don't have the clarity. I don't know what my kid is going to do. I don't know how much money will I need, and at this point only, a lot of us feel stuck. I don't know. Because really we don't know how what our kids are going to do. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
We don't know
we
like
can't predict that.
yeah, so even we don't know how their marriages is going to be. We don't know how much we will live or not live. And actually when we talk about retirement or financial freedom, so financial freedom is just I'll go in another row by you. So financial freedom still gives us a positive feeling कि okay we'll become financially free, then we'll enjoy our life. But when we call it a retirement goal, most of the people feel like okay, uh, I don't know if I will be alive that time, or I don't want to think, because retirement feels like a age where most of us feels like I
We
don't
are
know what
waiting
we
for
will be
death.
doing. We are not ready
Yeah,
for it. But
yeah, yeah.
certainly you are going to be retired. You are going to
Hmm.
be 50, 60, 70. And many a times we are scared to talk, even think about our retirement, ke how it will look. We can't see ourselves alone. We feel like kids will always be around. We literally can't think 10 year, 20 year ahead of the time.
Hmm. How life is going to be, what new is going to happen in life, who will be there, who will not be there. Right,
Yes.
I mean there will be so many changes, and even see for kids also nowadays the kind of jobs are taking shift. From our time, engineering and medical was a very booming career, but now everything is taking shift with this AI and everything coming in. So the nature of careers is also transforming. So
Yes.
we really don't know how much we have to save, and what will be the price of the courses which they are going to do in their
But
time.
we don't really know. But do we really know some money will be needed? Money will be needed
100%, 100%
even
we
for
need.
feeding ourselves after retirement. And I feel like we take retirement for granted, but we really need much more money than we need today to feel
Yeah,
happy at 60. Because now though we are working, we are going 8 hours, 10 hours in a job, we are occupied, we are behind the kid. That point in time at 50 if you are retiring, or 60 you are retiring, or 70 you are retiring, you will have a lot of time. You would like to travel more, you would like to be with your kids more, you would like to support them more,
correct, that's
right?
true.
So
Also to feel valued at after 60 you should have some money. I mean
yes,
to self feel
definitely
some
not.
self-worth.
Hmm. So actually
Because the
now,
younger generation will be busy in their
yes,
own things.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
and
And
you
when
don't want to ask money to them.
yeah, and nobody actually in our generation, no, actually everyone in our generation knows that we don't want to be financially dependent on our kid. They take care of themselves, that is good enough. We don't want to be burden on our family. All of us wants that. but still you in your head you are thinking you don't want to be dependent on your kid, but very few of us has planned our retirement in a way that we will not be dependent on our kid. We are thinking in our head, I don't want, because if we see our parents generation, they were okay to be dependent on kids. They are doing everything for the kid and they feel like if our kid will take care of us. But our generation knows that we can't be dependent on our kids. They take care of themselves, that is good enough.
Which is very true. Yeah.
But we know this information, but still very few of us, only 5% of us are doing the proper planning for our retirement. Ultimately, a lot of us are ending up to be dependent on their kids. Because now I know for almost all of us, the major goal is child's education, their business setup. And you are going to, because when you don't have the clear plan, clear demarcation for your retirement thing, you are end up paying for their education and then being dependent on them and then feeling regret. And it is not your kids fault because they are the kids. You have to decide, you are the elder one, you have to plan for your retirement. You're and giving any kind of education, whether you are doing 1 lakh rupees in their education, 1 crore, 10 crore in your education, as a parent it is your duty. And also that is optional. If you don't want to pay for their education, that is okay. They will take the loan and they will study. They will pay off the loan. But the most important goal for you is your financial freedom. Because you can't really be dependent on your kids. You may think, okay, I'll take care, I'm having some EPF. But do the calculation how much fund you really need for a sustainable lifestyle. So that is a big thing. El Drago destroy. El Drago destroy. And what about Big Bang? And Big Bang Pegasus. Because when you are having a goal, it gives you clarity, a direction. Okay, I need to be free at least by 50 or 60 or 65, whatever is the number you are putting in, and you know how much money you need for it. Lot many times we are in the dream, in the confusion. Okay, I have enough. I have my house. I have this. I have that. Rashid, beta bahar jao. So a lot of time we have things in our head only. I have the jewelry, I have the house. But to be true, you never want to sell your jewelry or sell your house to feed yourself in your financial feed in your after retirement life. You will literally feel miserable. So let's plan for it consciously, that I feel. So whenever you are doing random SIPs without any goal, you really don't know what will happen. You feel happy, okay, I am doing 30,000, I'm doing 50,000, I'm doing 1 lakh SIP, and that is a great number that I am doing. But first know how much you really need the money and then see, is it aligned or not? So when you are having the clarity, you know, okay, for my kid, I only have 10 lakh, or for my financial freedom, I can only get 50,000. You are having that clarity from the beginning. Or maybe when you are having the clarity, your goals are more, you may start saving more, you may start investing more, or you may start attracting more opportunities. So for us also, when we were doing 50,000 SIP almost 2 years back, and it used to feel like, oh, हम तो बहुत अच्छा investment कर रहे हैं, we are really saving a lot and we are really doing really great. But when I did the planning, I get to know, okay, whatever is the amount I wanted for my kid, only for the elder one, only for Rishit, it came 52,000. So the current SIP that I was doing 50,000 was not enough for my elder one's education that I was planning in my head. Ki we will do like this much for him. We will have 1 crore fund for him when he is 18, this and that. So that was really a shocker for me. Ki okay, for only for Rishit, I need this 52,000. What about Agastya? What about our financial freedom? What about our car goal? What about our foreign vacation goal? That time I get to know we are doing really a small amount. That point in time, 50,000 used to feel, oh wow, like we are really saving a lot. We are really doing a great job. 50,000 SIP means like हम बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. But the moment we did it, I get to know the clarity. So when we got the clarity, our investment really increased a lot. So now almost 1.25 lakh we are doing, but still we are not doing for Agastya up until now. So we have to do for him. So next 3 months is the plan we have to do for him as well. The thing is, it's not like our income has increased dramatically. The thing is, we have reduced few expenses consciously. So we have not, earlier it was like I want to go on a foreign vacation. From my side, I used to do a lot of drama कि हम कभी नहीं गए हैं, let's go here, let's do there, let's go to this expensive thing, let's do this, let's do that. And I was behind, let's buy an expensive car. So from last,
Mm-hmm.
like now our car is 13 year, almost 14-year old. So earlier I used to feel like यार खटारा गाड़ी है, but now I feel नहीं ठीक है. First let us complete that investment goal. After that only we will upgrade. So many a time the shift come in your thinking. And also whenever you're getting increase, your focus is okay, I have to increase it. I have to start from, like, for me I had to start Agastya's SIP from this January, but it is getting delayed because of some expenses I did in my business. Those were not planned before. So I did some investment in my business. That is why it is getting little delayed, and I'm okay. ठीक है. So 6 months more I'll take for my business, more money, and then we'll start investing for him. But I know, okay, first what is more important for me, because now if I buy 25 lakh car, I have to pay huge EMI for that, and I can't really invest for other goals. So now I am even okay to buy 10 lakh car, not 25 lakh car. Earlier it was like I want the Jeep, I want this, I want that. Now I'm okay because now I know this thing is more important for me. So when you do goal planning, you know what is more important to you, and it is not about your income will increase suddenly hugely, but you will get to know, okay,
Obviously.
this is the thing that is more important for me. So when you get what is truly, and lot of time now we borrow the desires from others. Oh, and actually car desire was
Yeah,
not
actually,
mine.
peer pressure. It's mainly when we see some costly cars parked behind, I mean,
Yes,
around
yes.
our
So for
cars
me
or
it
our
was a
friends
borrowed
and colleagues.
desire. Yes. So I used to feel literally like khatara gadi. I literally didn't feel gratitude कि दस at least I have a car. I used to feel like यार कितना पुराना गाड़ी है, सारे फ्रेंड्स ने अपग्रेड कर लिया, we were the only last one. तो ऐसे वो होता है ना कि खुद ही शर्म आने लगी.
Hmm.
But when I did the goal planning, I get to know कि okay, this is not so important for me now. This is what is more important in my kids. I have the fun for my kids. I have the fund for my financial freedom, the lifestyle that we want. So initially we were thinking that we will get financially free in 10 years, but whatever funds we are having, so now we can see it will take at least 15 years for us. So we are getting the clarity. Okay, 10 years is not possible, then 15 years. So we will not get that burden suddenly. Okay, why it's not happening? Why it's not happening? Or maybe when my income increases, the time, so it may reduce even to 5 years,
Hmm.
right? So
But to live life also we have this limited time only, right? See, for example, I don't know about you and others in this group, but I'm already 40. Just I've hit 40 this year, 2025. So to live and enjoy something also we have limited time, no? Like maybe 20 years only now
yeah, so
to
it's
do
actually
something.
about the balance. So when I talk about this money management system, so whatever you are earning, 10% every month you spend on your luxury. If there is something more, you collect the 10%, 10%, 10%, 3 months, 30% you invest in yourself. So like that you plan. So not 10% if you want more, you invest, you can make it 15%, 20%. But do in a balanced approach because life is long. Many a times we feel कि okay अभी ही सब enjoy करना है. And also it is more about what you value more. So for
Hmm.
you it is more about कि no, travel is the most important. If I'm not traveling now, I'm feeling unfulfilled, then you plan accordingly. So it is more about, because personal finance is not same for anybody.
Everyone. Huh.
Akansha is different, Shweta is different, Niranjana is different, and for every one of us, and that is what I say, na, ki you get to know your core value. What is most important to you? Is it financial freedom, or are you okay? Ki I'm okay. I'll work till 60. That is important for me. But now I'll save little. I'll enjoy my life. Or if you feel कि no, first let me be financially free in 5 year, 10 year, then I will enjoy. So for all of, and enjoy doesn't mean everything. So enjoy means like we as a human being also have the need. We also have an inner child. Some amount we have to spend. It is about the big expenses, not the smaller one. A smaller one now, obviously we will do. We will not live the miser's life, right? But in a balanced approach. It's about
Yeah.
the balance thing. And what is
Correct.
more important to you?
Both.
Hmm. Yes, both is important, but again, you have to prioritize. You can't say, कि, okay, I
Yeah.
want everything because everyone wants everything.
Yes.
But then you have to see if you have to choose this thing, Will you sacrifice today's pleasure or you want to sacrifice tomorrow's thing? So it is always a trade-off. You have to pay a price for everything. Either sacrifice today or sacrifice tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
In life, there is nothing comes free except for mother's love, for father's love. Everything has a price to pay for everything. You
Yeah.
can't get anything just like that. So know your destination and then become allocation. Uh, And also, I call it a point A, point B. So, whatever goals you are having, that is your point B, your financial goal, your destination, where you want to reach. Point A is where you are standing currently, how much assets you have built. So, let's say you are having a crore today, but your financial freedom requires 5 crore. So, know that point, how much you need to be financially free or to be achieving your goals. So, that is your point. So you need to know your point A, you need to know your point B. Then only you can design your journey. Similarly, like vacation, you know from where you are traveling. You want to travel from Bangalore to Goa, then only you can book the flight, you can hire a cab. Okay, I have to go to the airport. If you don't know the point A and point B, the planning will be random. So you need to know your current position, what all assets I have, how much liabilities I have, and where I want to reach. So when you know point A, point B, then only we can draw the journey. And without knowing actually your destination, you don't reach anywhere. And this is the SMART goal framework. S is for specific. Your goal need to be specific. Let's say I want a comfortable retirement. I want a luxurious retirement. So it is very vague. What is luxurious to me may be very basic to Akansha. Whatever is luxurious to what is very basic to Akansha could be very luxurious to Niranjana. So all these terms are very vague. So you need to make it specific. First specific is child's education, graduation, post graduation, coaching, child's financial freedom. So like that we need to, and even now I feel, and even that is my wish, even for my kid, to raise financially free kid. I just don't want to be financially free myself. I also want to raise the generation of financially free kids, because the kind of stress they are going to have tomorrow, we don't know. So I really want to give financial freedom even to my kids. So that is
Yeah.
also my one of the great aim. So that is
I
why
think everyone's aim is that, but in this aim is we are having for kids, but for ourselves, we are not having. Most of us are
Yeah,
not
so
thinking
that
about
is
our
the
financial
priority.
freedom.
First, you have to do for you, and then you have to build for your kids, if you can. So, like that. So, first be specific, and then you need to measure it. Okay, child's education. Really, we don't know how much we will need, but some number you need to give it. We wait in 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 50 lakh, a crore, 2 crore. How much fund you want? So, let's say you are creating 50 lakh rupees fund for your child. So it need not to be okay, all 50 lakh you are going to spend. If your kid chooses some courses for which lesser thing is required, that money is with you. You can invest for his business or anything, or maybe for yourself, right? But this is the limit of yours that you can fund your child education with. More than that, if your kid need, then he has to take from a bank or somewhere else, or maybe from some other sources. So that makes you okay, this much fund I am creating. Because for me, I feel like education is something that we are creating a fund for our kid, be it they use for their marriage, for their education, for their any skilling or anything. So we are building that fund for kids for whatever they use it. And also it need to be achievable. Okay, so everyone will say, okay, I want 10 crore for my kid, I want 20 crore, I want 100 crore. But it need to be achievable in the sense that you are able to invest that much money also, because any goal that you put, you have to invest something for that, and you need to have that much income. So if you are not having any income, or if you are having income, you are not able to save, so then it is not achievable. So it should be measurable, and also need to be achievable with whatever income level you are having. And it need to be relevant also. So let's say we are talking about this kids financial freedom. I also want, Akanksha also want, and most of the parents want. If we can give, let's give the financial freedom to our kids. But let's say if we are not able to achieve our own financial freedom, and we are thinking of our kids financial freedom, it is not relevant. If we are not having the fund for our basic financial freedom and whatever the basic needs that we have, then all these goals become irrelevant. Let's say if I'm not
Yeah.
having the fund for my financial freedom or my kids' basic education that I want to plan, and I'm thinking to buy a commercial property, I'm thinking of some land or maybe kids' financial freedom or world tour. So we may have different goals, but it may not be relevant in the current framework. So the goal also need to be relevant to you in the overall framework. And also
I
you need
think
to
this itself is so much to have your financial freedom and your kids' financial freedom. उसके लिए you have to दो job करना पड़ेगा.
yes.
एक job में तो नहीं होगा वो.
Yeah. And actually the thing is now when you plan early, because um in our generation we have delayed investing. Even for me, we had invested in house and all of those things. For us it was more emotional कि we first need to have our house. For me also it was like I want to have the house first. But so when you delay your investing, you have to happy investor 40 hash. At the same time, everyone is calling. Okay. So,
Huh.
so the goal need to be relevant in your overall framework. Alone, if you see, it seems relevant. If I talk about kids' financial freedom, yeah, it will feel relevant. Yes, it is good. Yeah, it's really great if we can raise financially independent kid. If I talk about buying a commercial property, it may make sense. Yes, it's good. Know how much rent you will get. The property appreciation will be good. If I talk about buying a land in some gated society, it may feel relevant. Ki, yeah, so much price is increasing and all these things are happening. So alone, one thing could feel relevant, but you need to see in your whole structure, the goals you are having, is it relevant or not? So based on that, you need to check on the relevance. And then timeline. So without a timeline, it is just a waste. Okay, I want to be financially free. You don't know. 5 year, 10 year,
By
20
when?
year. So you need to have the timeline when you want it to be done. Then only you can plan your things. And time horizon matters. So short term means up to 2 years, 0 to 2 year, you want to do something. Maybe you want to for me, it is more about investing in my business, investing in my skills. And medium term could be, let's say you are having some car loan, home loan, you want to pay off that. Or maybe your kid are like, let's say 15 year, some education is coming. So between 3 to 7 year, we call it medium term goal, and long term is 7 year plus. Maybe the child's graduation, post graduation, their financial freedom, our financial freedom. So anything like that. So this is important because based on that only you will choose the kind of investment that you have to do. So if it anything is short term, you never invest in equity because short equity is not for the short term. In short term, anything can happen. So if your goal is near, very near, just within 1 year, 2 year, stay away. Just invest. Focus on the safety of your capital. You invest in FD or that mutual funds. A smaller part you can do in gold, but that is also not advisable. So anything your goal is within 2 year, avoid the riskier things. If it is medium term, have a mix of gold, silver, and all of those things, but be on a safer side because market repeat its cycle in 5 to 7 years. So you need to be aware of all those things given it may change. And when it is long term, you can have you can be heavy on the equity side because long term equity is not risky. Business have the cycle, but when it is long term, it is not that risky. Over the year, it will maybe 1 year it may go down 40%, 50%. Another year it may go down up 20%. But over the long year, you will have around 12, 14, 15% returns. So long term is not that riskier because business has its own cycle. Even if a business is going down, it will recover in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. So when your goals are short term, never invest in equity. Medium term, have a mix. Long term, you can be heavy on the equity. And equity is the only asset class that can really create wealth for you, generation wealth for you. Even if you are having a crore, you can just put that in equity for the long, if you are having 5 year, 10 year time, let it grow and you can withdraw the money from there for whole of your life. So long term, nothing works like equity. But again, like Even if it is long term, we will not go 100% in equity. We will always have the asset allocation, something in gold, something in fixed, something in property. Everything is required. So next class we will talk about asset allocation, or next to next class. The example of goal could be short term, medium, and long term. If you all want to write, you can take a moment, or later you can write down your goals for how much you need, how much money. First, define the goal. What all is specific goal you are having? You want to go on a vacation, you want to buy a phone, you want to upgrade your laptop. If you're not having an emergency fund, that is also a must. You should first build your emergency fund and then see what are your medium term goals, what are long term goal, and also prioritize them.
So
What is,
how much of emergency fund should one have always in the account, which is not invested anywhere?
so if you are a single earning person, 6 months of your basic expenses should be covered. If you are having EMI, add the EMI amount also in that.
Okay.
So 6 months of expenses should be covered.
Okay.
So let's say you are
Okay.
having 50,000 every month that is going. So then 3 lakh of emergency fund. So let's say your expenses are 50,000, but another 50,000 EMIs is also going. So it is 1 lakh. So 6 lakh of emergency fund you will require.
For the upcoming 6 months, we should have.
Yes. It's for the upcoming
Okay.
6 months. Because job and everything is uncertain. We feel it is certain. Just 1 minute. हेलो. हाँ. हाँ, मैं लेट ही आती हूँ. हम्म. So like that, you can do the planning. Let's say your kid age is 5 year. Higher education generally start after 12. So it's 18 year. Time available, let's say, is 13 year. Cost of today is, let's say, 20 lakh. You can calculate inflation. So you don't need to do all in Excel. There are calculators available. You can choose the calculator, or if you're having the advisor, you can do with them. So you need to know what is the future cost. Lot many time we are even not knowing. We are just seeing, okay, today 10 lakh we have to pay, 20 lakh we have to pay, and we really can't do that much calculation how much it the amount, especially the education amount, because education, the inflation is really huge, 10 to 12% every year. Even the schools are increasing the fees by 10 to 12%. So last year my kids education, in their school, they increased by 35%.
Oh my God. That much?
Yes. So that Chrysalis was having little lower than other schools in the
Chrysalis,
white field. So they
uh-huh.
have increased almost 35% last year.
Oh,
So
so,
10% to everybody is like increasing. That is
hmm.
the minimum.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
education inflation is really huge. We need to be very mindful how much, like we can say, okay, 20 lakh. But the 20 lakh will not be 20 lakh in 10, 15 year. It will become 50, 60 lakh or a crore because of the higher inflation rate. And then you need to know, okay, how much SIP you need for this amount. So in this case, if your cost is 20 lakh, you have 13-year time, you are assuming 12% return, your 20,000 SIP will, you can commit a 20,000 SIP for this goal. But if your kid's age is more, let's say he's 9 year, 10 year, the amount will become more. The lesser time you have, the more amount you have to invest. So we'll do practically on calculator also if you want. So similarly is for the retirement. If you are 35, retirement is 60, 25 year you are having, and your current expenses or the expenses that you want or the income that you want is 60,000 per month. Let's consider 6% inflation. So future में you will need 2.5 lakh. तो जो अभी 60,000 है, that will become 2.5 lakh because of the inflation, 6% inflation in 25 year. So lot many time we think, I need 50,000, 60,000, but in 10, 15, 20 year, the amount will really become huge. So 50, 60,000 will become 2.5 lakh. So whatever lifestyle you can afford in 60,000 today, after 25 year, 2.5 lakh rupees per month will be required for the same lifestyle.
Same lifestyle.
So you can go back and see like 25 when you were a kid, how were the things, how much you used to pay and how much were the expenses of the house. Then you can see the difference. Lot of time we are not able to see the difference. We are just comparing year by year. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. But if you see the generation thing now, you will get to know when you were small, how much were the expenses, now how are the expenses. So if for this goal you need to like commit to 25, 30, 35, 40,000 SIP, because the years are huge, the SIP amount is less. If the years will become, rather than 25 year, if you want to plan for 10, 15 year, the amount will become quite huge. So because in investing, the time really is like a magic. The early you start, the lesser amount you need. So similarly for child marriage, let's say child age is 3 year, 35 year, 25 year you want to marry and time available is 22 year for you. Let's say today's cost you wanna spend 15 lakh, 6% inflation, that means 50 lakh. So for getting that 50 lakh, if you just start 7, 8,000 SIP, you will be having 50 lakh rupees. So like that, I have just created few examples. So now this is your homework. You can do first reflect on, are your current investment aligned with your specific goals? Create your goals and see if your investment are aligned with your goals or not. So maybe let's say you are having some gold investment or something. Is it aligned with your goal for what you are doing? So you need to be also clear what I am investing for my financial freedom, what I investing for my child's education, for what I'm investing, like what amount is for my vacation or any other goal, what amount is for my house, what amount is for my car. So you need to have the clarity. Do you know your point A and B, and are you investing with clarity or with assumption? So you can take a screenshot of it and we'll work on the calculator then. Niranjana, are you here?
Yes, Shweta. Yes, yes. I'm here.
So let's say we'll plan for your child's education. So how old is your child?
Mine is one is 7, one more is 3.
So let's say for the elder one we plan. So how much amount you require for his education in today's term? You are on mute.
Yeah. Yearly it takes 1.5 lakhs.
So 1.5 lakh means 4 year you want to plan. So that will be 6 lakh. I'm not asking about the school education. I'm talking about their
Okay.
college education.
College.
When they are doing engineering, medical, or anything, anything. How much fund you want to have in today's term?
Like uh, 15 to 20 lakh.
Okay, so let's put 20 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Currently he is 7, and higher education, let's see, he goes for 18. I'm not considering any current saving for now, just for the simplicity. Inflation, let's say, is 10%, and we are expecting 12% return. So only for this goal, you will need around 57 lakh. So whatever is the 20 lakh amount today, if we consider 10% inflation, you will need around 57 lakh. So the 20 lakh will become almost 3 times because of the inflation, 10% inflation. Okay. And see the amount only for this education, you need 20 lakh. 20,000 per month or 21,000 per month you need to invest just for this one goal. But here the same thing, if we consider for your younger one, let's say he is 3 year, right? Now you
Yeah.
have more time. Same thing if we consider. So now the investment amount is little lesser, 17, 16, 17,000. So here actually the difference is not huge because the expected return is 12 and the inflation is 10. So when the inflation is less, the amount will become really low, 10,000. And you can see the difference, 7 and 10, 13. Almost
Yeah.
double SIP amount difference is there. But as the inflation in the education is huge, you really need to save a lot for your elder one and for your younger one. If you combine it, almost
70K.
20 plus 17, that much. 37,000 just for their education. And then comes your financial freedom. Okay. So for financial freedom, let's say your monthly expenses are, how much should I consider? So let's say I'm just giving randomly the basic thing. Let's say 30,000 I'm considering. Current age is, let's say, 35. Retirement age is 60. Life expectancy is 100. Currently I'm not taking any current saving. Inflation
Okay.
6%, return 12%. So to achieve just this 30,000 per month goal, you need to have the amount, you will need 6 crore of fund, because that is 25 year, right? This 6 crore you can achieve by just doing 32,000 SIP, because here the time is more. 25 year you are doing the investment. If 25 year you are doing this investment, you will be having around 6 crores. But if you reduce the age, let's say you want to be free at, let's say, 50. In 15 years, the amount will become huge, 85,000. So let's say Akanksha is 40. And she wants
Yeah.
free at 55.
You guessed
Okay.
it very right. Yes.
So let's say if she wants just 50,000 per month in today's term, I'm talking about today's term, जो हमारा आज का लाइफ स्टाइल है वो मेंटेन करना है. ठीक है, 50,000 वाला लाइफ स्टाइल ही हमें मेंटेन करना है. इन 15 ईयर आई वांट टू बी फ्री. Let's say I don't have any current saving. Inflation is 6 and I'm expecting 12% return. So to achieve this goal, you need around 6.4 crore invest. As a corpus, when you are retiring at 55. So at the age of 55, you will need 6.4 CR. And to achieve that, if you are not invested anything, you need around 1.2 lakh, 1.3 lakh investment every month.
That means like almost whole salary we have to invest on it. Then
Yes,
do what?
only for your financial
Out with
freedom.
the
Yes.
and then remaining तो बच्चों की पढ़ाई के लिए कुछ बचा ही नहीं.
Yeah.
फिर
So then you have to
क्या करे? कोई तो ये बैंक लूटना पड़ेगा.
So then one option is you increase your retirement age. Like you work till 60, 20 year more you work, then it will reduce to 77,000. Or
अरे
one
उतने
more.
दिनों में तो कंपनी खुद ही निकाल के बाहर कर देती है. 60 or 58 is the retirement age in IT sector.
Okay.
Most of the companies. 55
So,
I'm saying because that time competition will be high. I will be old woman. They will throw me out. I know.
but you will have experience, you may build another business, you may start earning more. So now then here comes like, okay, let's say I have built already, let's say 60 lakh, or let's say I have already 1 crore. Then this amount will reduce. So can you see, if you don't have any investment as such, how difficult it is now to be financially free? If you start this thing at 25 year, you just need to invest 25,000.
Okay.
So when this age get increased, no, you really need to increase the investment. This
So
25 become
Zenjis
83.
will get more. I mean, now they're started at 25 only, right?
So for me, my aim is they will become financially free at 40. They will have the house at 40. They will not have to take the loan. That is how I'm doing the planning. They will have the house. They will have the freedom at 40.
Yeah, and mostly nowadays they are marrying after, I mean, after building house, after taking car,
No,
then
but I
only
am
they are.
suggesting other way. They wanted to do it like that, but I had created a plan where I have shown him, if you do this way, you will build the freedom. You will get a loan-free house. But 15
Uh,
year do the investing, because this initial period, if you build wealth in this initial 15 years, no, there is no replacement of it. Because again, let's say I showed you that day, no, this SWP calculator. So let's say you have created this 2 crore fund or 1 crore fund, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 50. Okay, let's say just 1 crore, I'm taking the example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you have just created this fund once for 15 years. I'm to planning 10 crore fund for them, not 1 crore. So you can withdraw 1 lakh easily from this amount, and you can even buy the house, and your money will keep on growing. Even like at 40, they will not stop working, but they will stop worrying about money. They will have the house, they will have the freedom, and they can enjoy whatever they want to do in their life.
Yeah. They can also marry rich people. You can suggest them.
So now that they will marry, both will be working, and then like,
Working.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
if the both free person come, actually they sometimes I feel that is an opportunity for them. They can build great businesses also. They are free. One income is coming or something is coming. Whatever fund they have created, they can even use for their business. So they have created this 5 crore, 10 crore. They can start something of their own
So
because both the
millennials
person
can
have
invest in those businesses,
fun.
maybe that time.
So yeah, that is the
What we
thing.
can do otherwise.
Mm. So the early you start, the better it is. There is no replacement. So you first build that fund and then you are set. But
You
actually,
only started training us late. Now
yeah,
what?
even I started for me late. That is why even I know कि some of the things we should have started early.
Mm.
But that is how like I really feel happy when I get Gen Z people, when I shift
Mm.
them from when I like I don't know right or wrong, maybe I have some biases. When I really stop them from buying a house and invest for their freedom, I really feel happy, and I
Mm.
really wish and I really plan in a way where they will get the house also without paying any loan, without taking any
That
loan,
is important
because
because
I'm
most
also
of
doing a
our
step
this
up.
thing is going into loans, right? Like
Yeah.
heavy portion of the salaries are going into loan, and there's so much of interest on that.
So I'll show this beauty, no? Earlier I also didn't know it. So as SIP, let's say you are doing 50,000 investment, you are doing, let's say, for 15 years. Okay. And then you are having this 2.5 crore fund. So now if you can just do the step up
Mm-hmm.
10% every year, so it will become 4.3 crore. You are getting that 1.2 crore extra amount just by doing that. So whatever amount they are investing, I am doing the step up, and with the step up amount, they will get their house.
अब हम
So that
लोग
is the
क्या
whole
करें?
plan.
हम लोग तो फिर मर के फिर से पैदा होते फिर करते हैं तुम्हारे
So
साथ.
no, nothing like that. But the thing is, now we can educate our kids. They can do better, or
हाँ.
maybe whatever we now know, we have also created some wealth in some way. That is fine.
Yes.
So we will plan. Matlab, we may be not free at 40. We may be free at 55 or 60. Whatever
Hmm.
the thing that we have done, so we have to work little longer to
Hmm.
compensate for that. So now that is the only thing. So this was all for today, and do your own goal planning. If you need my help, we can sit together and we can also do, and just start doing based on the goals. So that is the whole idea.
Sure. Thank you so much, Shweta, for this
Welcome.
session
We'll
and
take a
for all the
photo and we
details.
will leave. You can give the heart. I love these hearts.
Hmm. Oh, I didn't apply any lipstick today.
Hmm. And you can share about the learnings about from this session in the group so that other people also get some inspiration. They also join the next call. See you in the next call. Either we will do the asset allocation or we'll do the comparison of Nifty index, active and the passive investing. So what you
Hmm.
asked, right?
Sure.
Okay,
Okay,
then.
I need to drop now. I think someone is
Yes,
there at the door. Thank you so much for the
yes,
session and
thank you. I'm ending it here.
nice to meet you, Niranjana. Bye.
Bye.